when we got into office, we had to start monitoring, and we keep saying no new squatting will be recognized. That is a policy. And so sometimes when you hear about us breaking, it is where they have new areas that are new houses that are being built on land that is not owned by such persons, on reserves, etc. So we have been tackling the unregulated areas in a major way. You saw some recent exercises of the President, His Excellency, handing over some certificate of titles in Region 3. Those are old areas that where persons were along the railway line and such, where we've decided that they have to be regularized. They don't need to move. So these are old persons who are living 20, 15, 30 years. We are working on those because it takes time, because we have to have the ownership of the area. That's on the CHPA. There's a transferal process. There's a survey that has to be done. So the Community Development Department has a list that we're working to clear. Where we have challenges, however, we have along sea defenses, river banks. So we have two major projects that we're working on. We have the relocation of the Demerara River Bank along persons, like for example, Horstelling, Little Diamond, Great Diamond, Grove, those areas along farm persons who are living on the riverbank, the Demerara Riverbank. We have started that exercise. We have relocated at least about 100 plus such persons on the East Bank, and we're working currently on another batch. They have seen their land now, so they have to move, and that is one relocation process. And the intention is to also, because those are banks, river banks, and to ensure the integrity of the banks, to ensure that we don't have overtapping and flooding, etc. You know, to access poses a challenge. As much as persons think that they can continue to occupy, we cannot have persons living along our riverbanks and sea defense, as well as our reserves. And those are all, reserves are important because access to clearing, expanding, drainage and irrigation poses a challenge. And so those are all zero zone areas whereby persons cannot in no shape or form be allowed to occupy or given legitimacy. So we have our work cut out. We have strengthened that department. We are currently strengthening the enforcement in the regions too, because the monitoring becomes a challenge. Sometimes how these persons work, they work overnight. So when you visit an area today, you don't see anything happening, and then overnight or over weekend, something happens, quick movement. So we want to say this. We are doing so much. Your government has its people at heart. And in doing that, we want to encourage persons to do things the right way. Do things the right way and you will be addressed.